Dad, I have to go to the toilet.
Muffin!
Hi, welcome to my unboxing video.
G'day you cheeky dogs, today we're going to be talking about the new Bluey Minisode Muffin unboxing. We're going to be talking about all of the Easter eggs, hidden details, the absolutely hilarious moments in this, but also if this minisode is actually kind of hypocritical of the values of Bluey.
Thanks, Bluey.
Now, if you didn't know, all 7 of the new minisodes have now officially dropped on Disney+. However, Muffin Unboxing and Three Little Pigs doesn't seem to still be available in Australia, which is super weird. But if you have Disney+, you can watch all of them now, and I have already done a deep dive into the episodes Letter and Hungry. I'll have the links for them in the pinned comment down below.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
While you're there as well, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications, so you know whenever I release my next video about Three Little Pigs and ranking all of these minisodes as well. But let's get into Muffin Unboxing, and it seems like this was the episode most people were really excited for. Like, that was the main comment on all the social media threads and things like that. And when you look at Reddit this morning, that seemed to be everyone's favorite as well. And honestly, for me, it was my favorite too. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Muffin is obviously my favorite character in Bluey. I think she's just chaotic energy and she's so funny and the perfect example of what a chaotic little toddler can be like.
Don't break it, Muffin!
However, there was this one person on Reddit who said that they thought that this was kind of hypocritical of the values of Bluey, and I thought it was really interesting and worth a bit of a deep dive into it as well.
Ooh, here we go.
So let's start off with why this could be the situation. So if you don't know, Bluey in general doesn't ever put the children or the child actors' names in the credits. They've never officially said who voices Bluey or Bingo or Muffin or Socks or literally any of the characters except for one, which is Chloe. She's actually voiced by a famous Australian child actress, so that's like the only person who's officially sort of known, and she's done her own talk shows and things like that.
You are too. You have the heart of a hero, my princess.
But every other child actor on the show, Bluey has never disclosed their identity, and I think that's amazing. And it appears that they've mostly done this to make sure that the children all have a private life, a normal life, and that they don't get exploited in any kind of way. Whereas on the episode Muffin Unboxing, however, it's a very different take to this. Now, Muffin Unboxing is obviously meant to be a massive parody of Ryan's World or Ryan's Toy Reviews, depending on when you've seen like some of his videos. The intro and outros look almost the exact same, and I think also just in general, it is meant to be like a bit of a parody of children's toy reviews in general, because when Ryan's Toy Reviews started, it did, you know, spawn this massive like uptake in children doing toy reviews, and it was like a huge part of YouTube about what, like 9 years ago, all the way up until today. It's still a big part of YouTube. There's a whole generation of kids who have become toy reviewers. Now, of course, when Ryan was very young, he did rise to fame and popularity very quickly, and then not surprisingly, a lot of people were worried that perhaps he was being exploited. And there are a lot of deep dives onto YouTube into this kind of situation, trying to figure out what's going on behind the scenes, because a lot of people were worried that maybe his parents were pushing him to do this for the views and the money and for their own monetary gain and not his own sort of enjoyment.
Ooh, is that one a goodie or a baddie?
He is, of course, still doing this, which is insane. Like 9 years of YouTube from when you were 3 years old to he's what, like almost 13 now. That's a lot for any child, but I don't know anything behind the scenes, and in general, he seems to be quite happy with what he's doing. But it did, of course, bring up a massive discussion about like child labor laws and how that should work with YouTube videos and things like that, especially when he was earning almost $29 million. So of course, that was a massive incentive for a lot of other parents to jump on that train and try and do the same thing with their kids as well.
$5!
Of course, though, there was a big backlash with this with other parents who don't enjoy this type of content. And again, on Reddit, we saw someone commenting about it, that they don't let their kids watch it. And a lot of times it's because it just seems like a massive ad, basically. And of course, the parents are now worried about the ethics behind it.
You're a baddie.
So, how has this then become hypocritical with Muffin Unboxing and the Blueyverse? So, of course, within the Blueyverse, Stripe is one of these YouTube parents, kind of like a dance mum parent. He obviously does not mind Muffin having a private life and is happy for her to be out in the world. And we can tell that she's obviously quite popular because she does have a verified check mark. So she has at least 100,000 subscribers and is obviously getting sponsorships as well, because Stripe makes a point of saying that like they were sent this toy, which means it's kind of like a sponsored video for them to do.
Muffin, this is the one they sent us, okay? Just say the line.
And this is where we see sort of like the kind of, I think it's honestly like more laughing at Stripe and YouTube parents kind of in general, because you can see that Stripe is pushing Muffin to do this. Like, it's not what she wants to do. Everything she says sounds very scripted.
This is the dump truck. Maybe I should put some rocks in the back.
You can hear Stripe being frustrated multiple times in the background as well.
Muffin, push the button. Push it harder. Push it properly.
And in general, it's obviously just meant to show like when it's the parents pushing the kid to do something which they obviously don't really want to do. Which again, kind of goes against the general ethics of Ludo Studios and Bluey, where they want to keep the kids private and their lives protected. But Stripe wants Muffin to be out there and be famous. Now, I honestly think that this was kind of done on purpose. I do think that this isn't meant to be like a legit kind of thing. It's meant to be a parody of this situation and something that's happened over the last 10 years with kids in this generation. And I think it's meant to sort of shed a light on like what it looks like behind the scenes, because obviously Muffin Unboxing is just a funny like behind the scenes kind of edit of what they're trying to do as like the toy review, because we see parts that obviously would normally be cut out of a review like this.
Oh, thank.
But again, it's Bluey shedding a light on what it actually looks like and the frustration of the parents and the children doing this at the same time.
I told you.
And I do think, again, it's one of those funny things where it expands the Bluey universe, because yet again we see how Stripe and Trixie are very different parents to Bandit and Chili. I very much doubt that Bandit and Chili would be starting up a YouTube channel anytime soon for Bluey or for Bingo. That's just not their style of parenting. But Stripe and Trixie definitely fit into this vibe, I think.
Kids, you better share that thing or I'm switching it off.
What?
Whoa, okay, maybe not off, but...
And like I said, Muffin is just absolute chaos and is the perfect character within Bluey to kind of show this sort of situation, because she is very like vocal about her frustration and disappointment with a lot of the situations in this tiny little minisode.
But I want Catwalk Kitty Island.
And so again, I think she's a perfect way of showing what this could look like in real life for other kids. And again, it's just Bluey shedding a light on the situation in a funny, digestible kind of way. But I do think it makes us as parents maybe think a little bit more.
Classic Stripe.
Get back here, Muffin! Run, Muffin!
Dad.
But as for the Easter eggs, the hidden details, and the funniest moments in this, including the possible swear words or curse words. Now, the first major Easter egg was, of course, the tutu. So in her little like profile picture, you see her wearing the ballerina tutu that we saw her wearing in the episode Charades.
It needs to be proper ballerina theater.
And we did, of course, also see the little Chattermax at the very end of her, like, subscribe end screen. As I mentioned as well, we also see that she has a verified check mark, so she has at least over 100,000 subscribers. Woohoo! Which I also have. Thanks to you, cheeky dogs. Thank you so much. We are also so close to 200,000 subscribers. So please, if you haven't subscribed, hit that button now. I'm going to do a massive giveaway once we hit 200,000. We also, of course, see Muffin's absolute favorite show, Cat Squad. We see the picture in the background, and of course, she mentions Cat Squad as well.
I want Cat Squad Kitty Island.
One of my favorite little, like, kind of details, though, was yet again seeing how identical Muffin and Stripe actually are. Because we see Muffin smashing the toy box, and then we see Stripe doing the exact same thing. Him and Muffin are just the same person, but different fonts. As for the two funniest moments, for me, I think the first one was definitely Stripe, when they obviously cut out the word when he said, oh, thank...
Oh, thank.
I honestly think it was the F word. It just seems very obvious to me, especially as an Australian. So that made me laugh out loud, and it made my husband laugh as well. And the other really funny thing I think as well is seeing in general how kids, even when they hate toys, they still want to keep them and have them as mine. And we see that again reflected at the very end with Muffin and Socks. And I feel kind of bad for poor Socks, but Muffin, of course, just like straight away was like, no, it's mine. And I found that hilarious.
Can I have it? No, it's mine.
Overall though, I absolutely loved this minisode. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. As a YouTuber myself, I again thought it was really funny, and I thought it was a great parody and shedding light on the whole children's toy review kind of situation that happens on YouTube. I totally understand why some people might have thought that it was very hypocritical, but I do think that they were just trying to show it as a parody and shedding some light on it. But cheeky dogs, let me know in that comment section down below what you thought of this minisode. What was your favorite moment in it, your favorite detail from it, or any of your other favorite minisodes as well. Like I mentioned, I have already done a deep dive into Letter and Hungry. I'll leave those linked in the comment section down below, and I will also be doing a deep dive into Three Little Pigs and showing some of the other little Easter eggs from the other minisodes as well in my ranking video, which should all be out this weekend. But until then, I have picked you cheeky dogs out a few other videos that maybe you would like to watch, and I will see you all in another video. Mwah! Bye!